custom attributes serve as a way of making the data yours. And one of the more powerful features of the system is the ability for you to create any type of custom attribute that provides critical data that can be filtered on, searched on, reports can be generated based on. It's just a really handy tool. So let me talk a little bit about how custom attributes are created. So in the system, you have the ability to create new custom attributes by clicking this Edit Custom Attributes button, or add attributes that have been created to a contact record. And so if I go in here to Edit Custom Attributes, I can select to add a new one. I can call it, I don't know, Twitter handle. I mean, if you ever need that. Maybe not. Let's do something different. Let's do vocation. How about that? That's a little bit better. Say you want to do a report of everyone in the church who's an engineer or a computer programmer or whatever the case might be. In this case, let's use a. See, when you choose these specific options for how the custom attribute will collect the data about the person, you want to keep in mind that the more restrictive you place the attribute type, meaning that, for example, if you create this as a select list, then that means that whenever someone adds the vocation custom attribute to a record, they can only choose from a list that's been added here. The good thing about this for vocation is that you can indicate all these different types of vocations. Say I want to put in here plumber. And again, I chose a select list as a type of field that's being collected. I'm going to make this the first option. And I'll go over that in just a second. So now I have this custom attribute called vocation here at the bottom. And it's a select list. And the options for it are plumber and nothing else. I'm going to add a new option. Let's call it electrician. Make that number 2. Save it. And then I'm going to go back to vocation. And I have my options again. Again, this is the type of list, the type of attribute it is. I have plumbers, electricians. I'm going to add one more, and I'm going to say other. Make this the third thing. And that way, if you want to say vocation other as a custom attribute, if you don't want to create all these different vocations, you can just create an other field called vocation, again, parentheses other, and attach that to a person's record, and the data can be captured. So again, these custom attributes can be of any type. They can be select lists. They can be free text, meaning you can just type a quick word. This is where you would put other, and then people can type in draftsman, for example. A free text large amount means that you can write a whole biography effectively for the person in that attribute. Selecting a date is as it sounds, and then uploading a file. This is handy if you want to upload maybe a family photo or maybe a certificate that they received or something like that. Again, remember, this data is only visible for your administrators, or your people that can manage contact records. So if you add a file in here, a certificate or some type of maybe a credential that they got, then those will only be visible to people that are administering these records. They won't be visible to regular users. Another thing I'll point out from this is that you have the option to choose whether or not this is a check-in attribute. This means that when a person is checked in to the system, or when they're registered at the check-in kiosk, you can specify this attribute at that time. You can also indicate whether or not the attribute should be added to the overview tab. In another video, I talked about the fact that you can, if you want to see something all the time for everyone that logs in, that you have a contact record for, like the baptism date, you can add that to the main screen for everyone in the system underneath the editing custom attributes section. And again, you can have a family attribute, meaning that the attribute will be associated with the family as opposed to just a contact record. And as I said, when you create attributes, once you create them, you can then choose this button to add that attribute to the user. So I added vocation to this person, and then I can choose that they're an electrician, save it, and now John Casian is an electrician at our church.